G'day and welcome to EarDeals, Australia's #1 free-to-use hearing aid brokering service, where we connect you with the latest hearing aid information on the market, free of charge and with the best deals that we can find. Our mission's simple. We provide you as a potential hearing aid wearer with transparent, unbiased information about the latest technology, and we can do this because we are 100% independent of hearing aid manufacturers. If you're someone who likes our videos, please press the like button on the bottom right hand of this page. If you want to subscribe, you can press the red button that says subscribe and we will notify you of any of the latest hearing aids that hit the market if you're not quite ready to pick up the phone and talk to one of our brokers. And finally, if you know someone with hearing loss that's struggling that would informatively enjoy this information, please press the share button on the bottom right hand of this page also, and you'll be able to connect them directly. Thank you for your support, Australia, as we try to deliver you the best information about the latest hearing aid technology to hit our market. This review is on the Unitron Move R, the world's smallest lithium-ion rechargeable receiver-in-the-canal hearing aid. Now, before we get started, I want to take you down a little bit of road of knowledge for those of you who have never seen a receiver-in-the-canal device. Now, these devices are exactly as they are pronounced. The receiver sits inside the canal. The microphone, which picks up the sound, sits in the body of the hearing aid behind the ear. This is the smallest of those rechargeable devices. The RIC is by far the most purchased style of hearing aid globally, and that's because of the amount of features that can be placed inside a receiver-in-the-canal device, such as Bluetooth capabilities, rechargeability for instance, but also because of the level and the quality of the hearing outcomes for those living with hearing loss that the hearing aid is first and foremost addressing. This device is the smallest option over any other major manufacturer globally. So it's a really exciting feature of the Unitron range. Please stick around as we review arguably one of the most exciting devices to hit the Unitron range ever and a key contender in 2021 in the receiver-in-the-canal product offering from the major manufacturers. Within the Unitron Discover Next platform, you have a choice of 4 technology levels. R3 Essential at the very bottom of the range, R5 Standard, R7 Advanced, and R9 Premium at the top of the range. Like all hearing aid brands, Unitron has got a number of levels in its technology. And as you go higher in the technology range, you access more software features that will assist you to hear and improve your capability of hearing things like voices. Typically speaking, manufacturers tend to put the most unique and most powerful technology features in the top 2 levels. Unitron here is no different with its Discover Next platform, which runs the Moxi Move R hearing aid. Another area which also improves as you go higher in the Discover Next range is its directionality and speech focus. It improves particularly in noisy situations. This functionality starts from the next 5 level and is available all the way to the top of the range at the next 9 level. The table seen here indicates these jumps in technology and what the wearer can expect day to day. For example, you can see here that the automatic music program is only available in the top 7 and 9 levels. There is also an increase in price as you go higher in the range, much like purchasing a computer with a higher processing capabilities over one that has lesser capabilities of processing in the same range, or a technology package in a new car. When selecting hearing aids, we break the decision down at EarDeals based on your lifestyle, your budget, and your hearing loss. With lifestyle, we consider features like Bluetooth, rechargeability, and how your hearing aid connects to things like Android and Apple devices. Ultimately, that's lifestyle driven. When it comes to budget, it's a little simpler. And this really comes down to the technology level of the hearing aid you choose. And aside from a few small costs like how much the charger case is if you decide to go with rechargeable, the technology level really does differentiate the differences between the prices. The key price differentiation in each model basically comes down to these 4 levels. Due to the increase in functionality, particularly catered around filtering voices in noise and improvements in higher levels of technology, someone with a larger hearing loss may prefer to spend a little extra to accommodate for their loss and improve their ability to hear across a broader range of environments, particularly when it comes to noise filtering and voice focus. If you're a highly active person and still social, you probably would consider a higher level. But please don't stress about this area too much, because we do have a free trial period that you can access to determine what level might work for you. And of course, you do have our qualified audiologist that will be able to assist you and help you decide on what technology level might be right for you. And that really comes down to their experience in fitting the devices and seeing what audiogram and what hearing loss and what sort of lifestyle components you really want to target to be able to get the best out of your device. So no stress there, but you do have a free trial period that you can access, which will certainly help you make the best decision for your hearing loss, lifestyle, and budget. The Unitron Moxi Discover Next Move R is packed full of features, and it takes with it, along its journey in its development phase, Bluetooth connectivity, which is pretty exciting when you think about the size of this device and the fact that it's still rechargeable. Now, the Bluetooth connectivity is very, very different compared to other manufacturers on the market. And that's because some of them still struggle to connect natively to both Apple and Android devices without an intermediate device between the Android, say, phone and the hearing aids. You might need an additional accessory which comes at an additional cost. The Bluetooth connectivity is fantastic because it also allows you now to connect to 2 phones, which is great for people who might have a work phone and a private phone. You can listen to podcasts, audiobooks, music, and basically any other audio type that has Bluetooth connectivity. Unitron has a full range of accessories designed for different environments, situations, and connectivity points. The most popular of these is the TV connector, where you can easily watch your favourite shows or movies in high quality stereo sound, wirelessly connecting your hearing aids to your TV. When you turn your TV on, it automatically starts. It can connect to your laptop, tablet, or stereo system, for instance. You can listen to the TV at your volume through your hearing aids, and your partner can listen to the TV at their volume. You also have the remote control, great for people with dexterity issues because it's got large buttons. It's easy to use, and it gives you the ability to do discrete adjustments for things like volume and the preset programs that your clinician might set up on your hearing devices for specific environments, such as your favorite cafe. The partner mic is a lapel-worn microphone. The idea behind it is it helps with one-on-one conversations in noise and at distance. You also have access through the Unitron range to the Roger accessories. And these are additional accessories designed for noise filtering in group conversations, meetings, and a variety of situations where you're trying to hear across distance. Each Roger accessory streams wirelessly to the Discover Next Move R. If you take away nothing else from this segment about accessories, you just need to know that there are accessories out there that can assist you if you are struggling on top of the hearing devices because you're really pushing the limits or you have a really active lifestyle. On the active lifestyle, you might be interested to know that you also have options with the charger. Now, the charger case comes with an exciting feature. It's very basic, but it's available through the Unitron offering for rechargeable devices, and that's its ability to plug in a power pack to the base of the charger. Now, this gives the case additional days worth of charge without needing to return to the actual power source at the wall. So for people who live in active lifestyle, they travel a lot, go camping, or just don't want to have to really rely on going back to the same wall each night and the charging station, this is a great option because the power pack will give you additional days worth of charge And whilst a basic feature, it really does mean that you're more flexible with your hearing experience. Charging times are also really important to note here, because charging times ultimately mean how easy the device is to use as well. It's worth noting that if you charge for 30 minutes, you'll get 30% of charge. 60 minutes, 50%, 90 minutes, 80, and 3 hours for 100% charge. We also have indicator lights that will help you with knowing how much charge you've got on each device on the case. And this information is also free to access as well through the free Unitron app. The Unitron Remote Plus app. Well, this is one of my most favourite areas because app development really does give flexibility to hearing aid wearers and those struggling with hearing loss. The app gives the ability to do basic adjustments. You can see timely notifications to learn how to use your device and your hearing aids in certain situations, provide feedback to your hearing care professional, and you can also personalise your device based on your visit and also send that information back to your clinician. The Remote Plus app also allows you to do things like mute and unmute, adjust and equalise certain settings. You can have remote adjustments as well with your clinic, receive coaching notifications on how to care and maintain for your hearing aids to get the best quality of life out of them. You can submit ratings about your experience in certain environments, watch how to do videos, adjust ambient balance of streaming, adjust tinnitus masking for those of you who suffer from tinnitus, and access status information about the battery as well. So all in all, when it comes to the accessory offering of Unitron, you have a lot of options here. The Remote Plus app is free and it's one of the best apps on the market that will really assist you in a multitude of areas. So I encourage anyone that's got Unitron devices to download the app and have a play. If you're considering accessories, the most popular is the TV connector. And if you're not quite sure, that's fine as well, because the accessories are there to use if you need them and you do start to struggle in certain environments. What we do tend to find is if people buy a hearing aid at a lower technology level and need a little bit of help because they go to their favourite cafe once a month, for instance, they might choose, instead of updating their hearing aids to a higher level at a higher cost, they might look at going for a simple microphone accessory option to assist in that specific situation. Unitron, like many other major manufacturers, has now got the option to remotely adjust your hearing aids from a different location to where you are wearing your hearing aids, for instance in the clinic and you're at home. This technology has come a long way. With the current global situation with COVID-19 unfolding and continually unfolding, this feature is being widely considered globally as a solution. Here in Australia, it's been a bit of a different scenario, with many corporate hearing aid retailers taking this up and many not taking it up at all. After all, the willingness to go through the technological aspect of remotely adjusting devices can seem daunting, especially for those who aren't technically savvy. This option is worth noting, so if you feel it's right for you, raise it with your clinician. In Australia, it would probably be more successful in regional areas if the internet was more stable and easy to access, saving people the time for going to town to simply just adjust their hearing aids with their clinician. It's somewhat been diluted due to the app scenario as well, with COVID-19 hitting in February in Australia in 2020. We've seen a lot of app development since then, which is providing wearers the ability to adjust their hearing aids in more areas. And this certainly has filled a gap where hearing aid manufacturers have realistically helped clinicians and clinics like EarDeals to assist their clients remotely. Before we talk about shape and colour, I really want to address the elephant in the room, and that is the Unitron device being so small and its rechargeability. Now, if we look at rechargeability, we're looking at lithium-ion rechargeable batteries, which is the latest battery technology which powers a hearing aid. Now, hearing aids and their size are largely governed by their power source, be it a replaceable battery or rechargeable battery. With the Move R, it owes its size to the rechargeable battery being lithium-ion. Now, these lithium-ion batteries are the smallest, they're the fastest charging, and they're the lightest. And those three aspects really are what founds a very good hearing aid, because you don't really want a heavy hearing aid, you certainly don't want a really large hearing aid, and you don't want a hearing aid that's slow to charge, because it effectively means that you run out of power and you have to wait a long period of time to be able to use the hearing aid. So the lithium-ion battery really does cancel out all of those things. Colour, you have 8 options, and there's no surprises here what Unitron's trying to do. Those 8 options are hair and skin tones. And so when we look at the colour option and the discreteness of the device because of its size, you really do have a device here that is targeted towards people who really don't want people to know they're wearing a hearing aid. On that, then we look at how they're ergonomically made to fit around the ear. And Unitron's devices characteristically are really rounded, and it's followed that sort of line for many, many years now. If we look at this hearing aid, we're realistically looking at a device that's very comfortable, aesthetically pleasing, highly functional, and very, very discreet. One of the key considerations about the Moxi Move R is its dexterity issues, and that really just boils down to the size of the device. There is a negative to size. If you are someone who struggles with changing batteries in something simple like a TV remote, I'd probably consider you have a look at other devices on the market that might be easy to use. You don't necessarily need to move away from rechargeability. There are larger hearing aids out there that are rechargeable, and what I mean by larger is that the hearing aid itself, when you place it in the charger to charge it, is actually bigger than the replaceable batteries that you can buy for hearing aids. So you're realistically looking for something that is easy to hold and easily placed into that battery charger. EarDeals is fiercely independent of hearing aid manufacturers. Our job is simple: provide a free hearing aid brokering service that supports both private funded hearing aid wearers as well as those who can access the Australian Government's Hearing Services Program for free and subsidised hearing aids for pensioners and DVA card holders. Our mission is simple: link the best quality service providers in the industry with the best possible products on the market so that you get the best possible clinical outcome for your hearing aid fitting at the lowest price. Join many of the thousands of EarDeals clients in Australia already and call 1300 010 064 and hear the EarDeals difference. At the end of the day, you've got nothing to lose with our 60-day money-back guarantee.